we should have a product that we are sending out. So in your media focus as a lieutenant governor, if you decide to run for lieutenant governor, you should be talking about everything California. And I've talked to a few people about the lieutenant governor position, a few people that I think are very interesting, but it's not up to me. It's up to you. Now, here's the Secretary of State position. Now, a lot of people understand that the Secretary of State position is, in fact, an incredibly powerful position, in many ways more powerful than the governor's position. And I've only had two people tell me that since talking about the Secretary of State position. I go around and I say, oh, you know what? The Secretary of State position, people don't realize just how important the Secretary of State position is, just how powerful that position is, how influential. And everyone just thinks about the Secretary of State position as if they oversee elections and that's it. And of course, if that was it, our Secretary of State would already be a catastrophic failure because we have the worst elections in the country. The worst elections in the country. But the Secretary of State does much more than that. They oversee fair and open elections in California. They should be more participating more in the traditional role of the Secretary of State, which makes California business friendly. It builds the middle class. California negotiates business directly with other states, as you saw with the lieutenant governor position. You can see how these positions need to work together. You can see how it's not just one position at the top that's making all of these decisions, that's running the state of California. It's a whole bunch of people together that have run the state of California. So we can oversee multilateral negotiations with Nevada, Arizona, New Mexico, Utah, Oregon, Washington, Idaho, and Canada and Mexico to solve our water issues, to solve our beach issues. We don't always have to wait for the permission of the federal government to get involved. We can act. We need to solve problems, open up trade, and open up California for business. Solve problems. We're so sick of our government acting impotent. We say that they're the fourth largest economy in the world, and yet Californians are struggling. Californians are suffering. And you look at California and say, oh, well, I'm glad that California is doing so well, but Californians are not doing well. Californians are, in fact, having a very difficult time.